two. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. The mic is on. The mic is on. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Kiosk Radio. Welcome back to the ENTWINED show. My name is Stanley. The ENTWINED show is a show where we bring and meet different artists in relation to sound and sonic experiences. It's a place where we can talk about music, even though that's not your first practices. And today I have the pleasure to have Calvin Carrier with me. He's a singer-songwriter from London with Italian roots. His music is a weird fusion of Neapolitan blues pop and indie songwriting. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm very happy to have you on the ENTWINED show.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
It's very nice. I actually know you since a while now. We met mostly through dance, but I also know you as a musician. And I actually just came back from London, where you're from. I went there to do the Notting Hill Carnival. And I think it's a nice bridge for me to be from there from yesterday and to come back here and being with you. How was it for you to grow up in London?
So I really enjoyed growing up in London. I grew up in London, as you mentioned, half English, half Italian. So I think from a very young age, I always allowed myself to be open to the multiplicity that London has to offer. It has a lot to offer, and it can feel overwhelming, but I think being binational helped me be very receptive to everything that London could offer. And it's the place where I learned about music, dance, and everything in between.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very rich, there's a rich culture there, especially with music. I spent, I think, the 5 days going to record shops and trying to find a new tune that I don't know. Actually, the first tune that you just listened was from Carol Thompson, the queen of lovers rock, which is a reggae music genre that we call as such because of its romantic sound and content. And I feel like the reggae music there is so rich. There's so much about it. So I can imagine that growing up there, also from seeing all these beautiful children enjoying the carnival yesterday and today, I can only imagine that you get an awareness and a knowledge on music that is completely large. And Yeah, I think you're lucky to be from there in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny, but I grew up on the house behind Abbey Road Studios. So every day when I was going to school, I would cross Abbey Road, probably as the only non-tourist, using that pedestrian crossing for its purpose.
Oh wow!
Really crossing that road. And yeah, you mentioned reggae and a lot of music that was brought by the Caribbean people
Jamaican,
in London. And my dad is a huge fan of punk music, and that was his music. That was the music of his time. So I grew up listening, of course, to a lot of what my parents were playing, and a lot of that was The Clash, bands like The Clash, which is punk music, which has very, very strong reggae roots, where like the people who were making punk music, they were fans of reggae music. And so it was brought to me by the city, by my parents, and that has really, only now am I recognizing how much that plays an influence in the songs I write, in the music I make.
So you are saying that your parents are a big influence on your musical education, I guess?
Yes, my mom would also play me Neapolitan music, which is blues, but it's not blues as you would imagine it, not like rock blues, but this kind of folk bluesy, soft blues on acoustic guitar, which is a very Neapolitan thing. And of course, she hammered into me this artist called Giovanotti, who is an artist who is known for throwing himself into whatever genre there is, you know. So I think that artist also played a role into letting me know how open I can be, but I still want to remain grounded and true to what's natural to me.
And so did you had any musical education, or was it all autodidact as a kid at home?
I had classes. I started with classical guitar, which I found really difficult at the time. I started with classical. Then
What makes it very difficult? Because
I think my attitude made it difficult. I was a bit skeptical of it at first, and it's also it's very difficult. The guitar is a difficult instrument to play. Your fingers are really dictating the tone. It's not just pressing a button, it's really holding tension, you know. And but then I changed school and I started learning in school. So my parents were not around when I was having my class, and like high school.
High school.
Yeah.
Okay, you have music classes.
We have
in
music
the UK.
classes there, and lots of ensembles and things like this. And I was like, I wanna learn electric guitar. I tried. I was terrible at it. And then one day, my teacher was like, "Okay, this is the last chance. Let's try bass." And I picked up the bass, and I just felt it. And the bass was kind of what gave me a feeling that I could find a home in music.
Oh, okay.
And all the while, I was doing tap dance, so I was also I was getting a good feel for rhythm. And singing, I did a lot of singing at school. I was always in the choirs. I love singing with people. I love music that happens with people.
So you were singing with an ensemble?
Yeah, in school it was classical music and jazz songs and barbershop also.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, you see, in London, you guys have a very big love for music. Even in the education, you are very you put a big attention to it. I think, at least I don't have a memory that in France we have that. So that's really cool.
Yeah, we're quite lucky as to how much it's offered. I mean, I think I also went to a school that at the time, the direction of the music department, they were really enthusiastic to push music. So I'm also very lucky that I was in the right place at the right time, and also a school that could allow itself to offer such beautiful, activities. But in London also there are, and the UK in general, like the UK offers a lot of music. The different cities offer a lot of different music, and all the cities have a lot of venues where people can, or at least until I was there. I left 8 years ago now, so I'm still in touch with it, but I'm sure it's changed a lot. I still try to keep in touch with London, and the easiest way to keep in touch is through music. So if I can keep in touch, it's because it's still offering a lot of music.
And would you say that London, or actually Brussels, because you are a Brussels-based artist now, have had a big influence on your musical identity as a singer, but also as a musician?
So in London, although I was practicing a lot of music, I wasn't making any. I was never making any. I think I was so surrounded by so many people making music and such a big scene that I think I struggled to find my space for it, and I made my first song or first composition when I moved to Brussels. So Brussels, I'm a fan of Brussels because I think it can offer people is time and space.
Yeah, it's a lot of comfort.
Brussels is beautiful because it offers everybody time and space, and at the same time it's so multinational and diverse. So it's such a dense and rich place, and still, as far as I can tell, if you need the time and space, you can take it here. So in terms of me starting my journey as someone who makes music, I really owe that to the city of Brussels, because it was here that I could have the mental courage to start experimenting.
And how would you define now your musical identity, actually?
Yeah, it's quite... I think I'm still...
Because now I say like that you are more navigating between blues, pop, indie. Indie, I would say like, yeah, completely.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I also work a lot. Well, recently, I've in the last year, I've ended up working quite a lot in... Well, as you know, I studied dance. I studied performance. And I had very little compositional education. And I think all my knowledge of composition comes from how to compose space, which is what we practiced or lived in a lot in dance school. So that's where my compositional, feel comes from. And that definitely influences my identity. But and then of course somehow I've ended up working as a musician for performance art. I work with a really good friend, Joshua Seraphin, and Josh asked me, hey, can you make a lot of noise? And I was like, whoa, I don't normally do that. My songs are normally soft and calm and controlled, or funky. I go a bit into the funky side of things, but I don't go
too
distorted or loud. And Josh said, I want some distortion guitar, some chaos, and that brought a new color to how I see music, being able to work with someone who trusted me to try that out. So I'd say now as a songwriter, my identity, I think, is I'm still playing. I started off making music. You might know me as Sniggy Jams. And Sniggy Jams was a way for me to be someone who lives in the world of music production, where I could just be music. And then
how did you find the name of Sniggy Jams?
Yeah, so it was an Instagram handle. My parents called me Sniggy when I was growing up.
Why?
As a nickname. I have no idea. I just know a story that my dad called me Sniggy once, and someone was sitting at a table next to us, and they turned around and said to my dad, what did you call him? My dad was like, yeah, Sniggy. And it makes me feel funky. It makes me feel like up for it, you know. And so that having that name and Jams was just a way to be like, it's Sniggy making some music.
Yeah, very spontaneous.
And yeah, over the last year, I've started to kind of maybe in working in performance, in live performance as a accompanying musician, I've been credited with my real name, Calvin Carrier. And it took many years, but now I feel curious to see what it means to present myself as myself.
Is there a difference between the way Sniggy Jams would compose a song and Calvin Carrier now?
Yeah, Sniggy Jams is much more music production oriented. So I started making music on my phone with my guitar plugged into my phone, like Steve Lacy.
Yeah.
Steve Lacy used to do that, and that's why I was like, okay, Steve Lacy's doing that. Let me try. It's cheap. That's all I can do. And so that's where it started, with little beats, with guitar riffs over it and catchy melodies. We should play some next. I'll play a track like that. And Calvin Carrier is a bit more folk singer-songwriter, writing songs on a piece of paper. Let's run that track.
This one?
It will give an idea, yeah.
Ooh.
This is quite a recent Sniggy Jams track, but it's very much with the feel of back in the days.
I'm gonna prepare it. I think we have a small issue.
Yeah?
Yeah. But let's put that one. It's called What Made Me.
Let's go.
Might this be the part that I never get to see? 'Cause I'm going back to what made me. This is quite the start. There's something to believe. I have lost the feeling, my own feet. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What Made Me by Sniggy Jams, right?
Yep.
Not by Calvin Carrier.
Well, that one is kind of both, I would say. It's weirdly become... I had an EP called Sound of End, which, was something that helped me transition from Sniggy Jams to Calvin Carrier. I actually uploaded it to Spotify as Sniggy Jams, and then took it down a couple months later and re-uploaded it as Calvin Carrier. And that was a way to, I don't know, that EP is still something that is fusing those two personalities somehow.
I was curious. I think I always ask this to singers. We had Zedier as a third guest, who is also a singer, and I was wondering, how do you write a song? Let's start by, how do you write the lyrics of a song? He said to me that you can start by writing more like a poem, and then you start to add a melody, and maybe it might become a song. how do you do you?
So, I often start with. I very rarely start with lyrics. I often start with just the chords and a melody. And then at the beginning of my journey as a musician, it was very easy to kind of sing about anything, you know, because it was new, it was exploring, it was trying, it was testing. But then you get a bit like, okay, what am I going to say? And sometimes I don't really know what I'm going to say. Speaking English and Italian from birth has kind of made me feel like I would try to break the grammatical structure of language sometimes. So you might hear in some of my songs that the sentences don't fully make sense. So yeah, it's different every time, you know. It's really different every time.
And when you write in Italian or Spanish, do you feel like there is a new meaning or new sonorities that arise from it compared to when you write in English?
Yes. When I wrote some songs in Spanish, and it's really there. I'm playful because I don't have many words to use, so I use the words I know. I've never written a song in Italian, but I know that Italian plays a role into how I build my sentences. And in English, I try to keep the sentences simple. I try to use words which are easily translatable into other languages. I try to use, words that don't have too much power, that don't have too much force. I try to avoid force. So yeah, I think there's a song which you have a version of it, "You're the Best."
Yes.
Which
I
think shows that quite well. Yeah, and the one that you're going to play is taken from the time I played a concert here in Brussels in Parc Royal for the opening of Tom Rosenthal.
You're the best. Nothing stressed. Your face is blessed, cheeks caressed, the best I've found. And you're the best, I'll never rest, I'll hug your chest, I trust my mind. 'Cause everything you do shines. But I'll climb over mountains. I could cry 1,000 fountains. Whoa, yeah. Cause everything you do shines. But I'll climb over mountains. I could cry 1,000 fountains. Whoa. 'cause everything you do shines, but I'll climb over mountains. I could cry 1,000 fountains. You'll shine the brightest. I wish you knew the things I know. I wish I told you're the nicest, the brightest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When did you wrote that song?
2017?
2017.
Yeah, 2017.
It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I know.
love
That's why I brought it up.
Cool.
I know you like that.
Mm-hmm. How did now that you have like Ali, it's been how many years now you are doing music?
8 years.
8 years. And do you feel that now you have found or built a certain independency?
Well, it still feels the same.
Mm-hmm.
I still am. I mean, I've been making music alone for a long time, and I start to. I mean, it's always really different when you're doing music with people,
Mm-hmm.
and in the last few weeks, I've kind of gone a bit like, why am I doing this alone? It's probably because it's the moment where I should dig deeper, and I will dig deeper, but it's also a moment of realizing that there's really just a feeling to do it in places where you're doing it in community,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just one other person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky that I have some collaborative projects,
Mm-hmm. Such as
one that's been going on for a while, also with someone who studied dance, is Calvin and Nemo,
Mm-hmm.
with my friend Nemo. I'm gonna come clean. I would have loved to play those tracks today, but we're figuring out how to get my USB working. Maybe I can sing one, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a really like 2 acoustic guitars songwriting project. We made the decision a couple of years ago to really stick to 2 guitars and 2 voices and a couple of small instruments. But that's a really beautiful one where you're with someone, and it's very different doing it with someone else. I'm also very lucky that there's another dancer out there called Per Anders Kraudisoli, who I have also made some music with in the past, and hopefully again in the future. And I think coming from dance, it would be we're kind of used to going from project to project, you know.
Yeah.
It would be amazing to be in a band where you're fully in a band, but
Mm-hmm.
it's quite a blessing of the freelancer or the freelance artist that we know how to check into this mental space of visiting projects.
Mm-hmm.
And if they fade, it's only because you know they're going to come back
Mm-hmm.
at some point.
And do you have new dreams in terms of, do you have new things to achieve musically?
I would like to play more gigs by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to play a solo gig because I've only done one. I would like to test myself with that. But actually, I would like to just be in places where I can encourage people to be creative with music more.
Mm-hmm.
That's something.
Mhm.
That's why I'm so happy to be on this show, because I
Mhm.
feel that that's also what this show believes in.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of audience, how would you like your audience to listen your songs or relate to it?
That's a hard question. I I often make my songs something that you can understand very quickly, where you either know the melody quick, or it uses very familiar chords, very familiar progressions, and my songs often take their time. So sometimes I take quite long breaths in my songs, and I come back on what feels like a pause that's too long, but kind of filling my songs with time to give people a sense of their own timing and be comfortable with it. That's I think that's what's common thread in all my music making. Even when I'm working with someone like Josh, who wants chaos and craziness and loud stuff, even when I'm working with Josh, I still try to bring, well, essentially that's also where it works. I'm supporting a performer, and I want to fill my music with time so that the people who need it can assume their own timing.
Completely.
And feel powerful with it somehow.
That's nice. I remember you telling me that you have actually a new sound coming out soon. I don't know when. I think we will...
Coming soon.
Soon, very soon.
Yeah.
How is it called? Is it a new LP, an EP?
It's gonna be my first album. I've never made an album before, just EPs. I made an album with Nemo.
Yeah.
But I've never made one by myself. And so this will be my first solo album.
What's the difference between an EP and an LP? For the one who doesn't know.
Well, an EP, you can do whatever you want, but with an EP, I guess it's you can make a small collection of songs that don't necessarily have to relate to each other, but anyway they do. And with an album, it's something more conceptual.
It has to be consistent.
Yeah, the songs need to understand how they speak to one another. I'll reveal the name of the album. The album will be called Slowness. I think that alludes a bit to this timing thing that I was speaking to you about.
Since you started, actually.
Yeah, and the sense of timing, it really comes from all the experiences that we've had in dance, and on stage, where it's time and space. And so this album is called Slowness. And
how long did it take you to write it? I mean, you're still writing it, right?
I'm still producing it, but I've written...
all the songs.
I think I've written everything.
Okay.
I'm going to play you a song, a little live rendition of it now.
Amazing.
I'm still figuring out how to record it. It's been a bit of a backwards and forwards to know how obviously I want to relate to the concept of slowness. And I think I'm gravitating a bit more towards what we expect from slowness. But slowness as something very accurate and efficient.
I see, yeah. What's the name of the song?
This song is called We Could Have Done Well. And gonna need you to mic me, Stan. Test, test. It's not the things you say. Since the last time you asked, I've seen people make it up in many ways. And the world has changed, and it's okay if you have to. But apart from what you say, I can see that it's you, just the same as when I met you for the first time. I believe, yes, I can tell. That we could have done well. could have been the moment of our lives. We could have done well. Yes, it would have been the bombshell of all time. Again and again and again. Do you promise me you'll stay? 'Cause you could find another one and it will be okay. I'm older this time, and the friends I found are no longer only mine. We could have done well. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we could have done well. We could have done well. We could have done well. We could have done well.
Thank you, Calvin.
Yeah, I hope that went into the mics well.
I hope too.
Yeah.
Well, what was the name already?
That song is called We Could Have Done Well. You can't find it anywhere, only on Entwined show.
Yeah, for now.
For now. Well, I can play, I have a song called For Now as well.
For now
yeah,
also.
nice
Okay,
one, nice
okay,
one.
let's go.
You want to do it now?
You want to do it now, yes?
It's For Now.
It's for now.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. It's For Now. Allora. For this, gonna leave it all alive in time to find back the world we had this together. To give every second of my life in time to find back the world we had this together. To sing this to yourself. I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. And if I could only be alive in time to find back the world that I've pieced together. To give everything a second time, to hold on to you the way that you want forever. To sing this to yourself. I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. I'm gonna quit. Gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life. I'm gonna quit. Gonna leave it all behind. I'm gonna sit down all my life.
Thank you, Calvin.
Thank you, Stan.
Cool.
Yeah?
About the album Slowness,
Yes.
I was wondering how would this project impact you once it's released? Because I'm wondering now, like the name is called Slowness. If I now think about the COVID crisis or what's happening in the world that takes a lot of time, I think I'm wondering in which space of time you are writing this album for yourself, and I'm wondering how, when it's released, which impact it's gonna have. What do you think it's gonna have on you, at least?
Stan, you asked the big questions. On me, I don't know. I think once it's released, I think it's having an impact on me now, you know, and the impact it's having is I've been able to change my mind in the process. But you have to then assume yourself once you've changed your mind. You have to go with it. So that's the impact it's had on me now. The album has given me the time to readapt, to recharge within the process. I hope that the album isn't perfect, and I hope that it exposes the details and the bits and pieces that make up a process. There are some artists out there who really do it well. Actually, there's actually one who is called Marc Rebillet, who's a musician who has made a product out of process. So he improvises, everything is improvised, but it's somehow still manages to be immediately recognizable as if you already know what it is.
Is it like Bobby McFerrin a bit?
It's a bit like Reggie Watts, a little bit like looping. But yeah, so and he has done something amazing. Whether you like the music or not, he has done something amazing in terms of exposing process and making process the product. Of course, I'm making an album. It's going to be a product. But I hope that it is very transparent about the traces of process, because that's where everything happens.
And during the process, how do you decide the way you're gonna organize the track in the album, the ordering the tracks?
Yeah, that's really just feeling a lot of the
it's
time.
It's just intuition and feelings.
Yeah. I haven't reached the point where I have enough recordings to really listen. But that's feeling. That's really feeling. At least in my experience.
And in your experience, are you choosing the title of the song? I think you do, in relation to the song, or are those distinct? You know, there is some artists that sometimes have these songs about love, and maybe their title is called Banana, or I don't know what else it could be. You know, like
no, the songs say what they are.
Okay,
like the title kind of says what the song is. Again, in line with wanting to come clean, make songs. Yeah, it's also you want songs to be I like my songs to sound familiar. At the beginning, I was like, okay, this is boring. I'm not, you know, I'm not a very virtuosic musician. I don't know much about music theoretically. But now I'm like, wow, that's a strength. You can use what is common, you know, and reshape what is common so that people don't feel estranged. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
And if the album would be an image or a dance, actually, because you also dance, how would you define it? Because I guess the visual aspect of the album, the cover, the taste that the audience might feel is very important. So I was wondering if you would imagine it as a dance or as an image or as a color, how would it be for this time? Because it's the debut album, right? So it's quite important.
I know. It's I'm not quite there yet, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm quite there. Yeah, no comment.
Okay, good. And is there like a main single of the album?
Yeah, there is. Well, no, there's a song that is finished. Recording-wise, everything done. I was looking forward to play it, but I didn't manage to get my USB working. But that's given me the idea to maybe release it sooner than I thought, so that people can have a good listen to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there maybe another song you would like to play for us acoustically?
Yes. From the album, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
But I'd be very happy to revisit a song of mine.
So we are looking forward for the album soon. It's a surprise for when. I'm very, very looking forward
me
for
too.
a new era of Calvin career.
Yes, it's a new era. It's a new era.
But for now, we're going backwards.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the first EP, Bloom. This is a song. I haven't played it in a while, so forgive me if I forget the chords, but it's only 4 chords.
Bloom went out in 2019, just for your information, very important.
Yeah. And this song is called The Beautiful Side. Here we go. Why do they lie? 1,000 times we've been knocked down and made to cry. One new face in this shit place. Oh, why do they hide the beautiful side? I only like apple pie. We won't say hi unless you smile. The beautiful side, you made it to the beautiful side. The beautiful side, you made it to the beautiful side. The beautiful side, you made it to the beautiful side. The beautiful side, you made it to the beautiful side. Whoa, the beautiful side, 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 the beautiful side. You made it to the beautiful side. The the beautiful side. You made it to the beautiful side. Oh, the beautiful side. You made it to the beautiful side. The beautiful side. You made it to the beautiful side. Loud, 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 loud.
Thank you, Calvin.
Thanks again, Stanley.
I have a request because
Really?
I was the beautiful side, right? Now on your side.
Yes, yes, exactly.
So maybe you can sing for me Shiny Blue, which is my favorite song.
Okay, I have to say,
Is it possible?
I've never played it before. It's only 2 chords, so I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Shiny Blue is very like echoey and reverby.
Yeah, true.
But for you, I will do an acoustic version.
Okay.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
time.
we have time. Hang
It
on,
can
hang
be-
on, hang on.
Okay. It's a little preparation. We love it. It's called Shiny Blue. One of my favorite songs. It's a bit the way I kind of fell in love with Calvin Carrier music.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Maybe I stop halfway.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah? This is why Entwined is the best. You know what? I'm gonna make it easier for myself. Put this. Here we go. It's time, you know. You're beautiful to me. I wank it so. I want it all to be. I'm talking slow. I want it all to be how you wrote it when I felt you touch me. The beat of my drum, the sound of my strum, the plays that go on won't do it like you do it for me. The hats I've worn, the shirts you've torn, the curtains drawn won't do it the way you do it for me. There's falling snow, the wind goes over me, windows closed. How is it to be? I thought I'd go and shout it to the sea, but now it seems I'm crying out the feet of the shiny blue. Oh, 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 oh. Shiny blue. I love you. Shiny blue. I love you. I love you. Hey! Thanks for reminding me. Oh, you see, now it's me. Oh, you see, one for me.
Thank you so much, Calvin Carrier.
Thank you, Stanley Olivier.
It was super nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was. Thank you so much.
It
for
was a
bringing me
road,
here.
but that's what I call a real artist. It's a live radio, and we made it even with a little technical problem. So I'm proud of us.
Thank you very much, and I really wish Entwined the best future. Thank you for. I said this to you in private, but thank you for bringing a show like this to the city, to this city of Brussels, which we both call home now.
Yes.
And thank you for taking the courage to decide to build a community from scratch.
Oh,
That's
very
really
kind.
takes a lot of courage. So congratulations and good luck to you and Matthias.
Yes,
And
Matthias.
everybody on Entwined, and I hope to stick around for a long time. Take care.
Thank you, Calvin. Well, thank you everyone for listening to Entwine Show. You can follow us on Instagram at entwine.show or on our website called entwineshow.cargo.site. The next episode will be in October 19 with a new guest. This time we will talk about dance and music. Maybe we might even karaoke, maybe you might even hear me singing with them. Let's see. But for now, we call it a night. Thank you. Bye bye bye. Entwine.
Yeah. Charlie. Charlie. Charlie, my baby, Charlie, are you down for a G? Charlie, my baby, Charlie, you're the one I want to see. Charlie, my baby, Charlie, are you south or you east? Charlie, my baby, Charlie, you hope you never leave me. Pick up the phone, wanna go home, but I can't leave you alone. See you outside in the car, I think you're own. Hit the back seat, hit the street, begin to roam. I start to smoke, climbing the wire, and I'm high just like a drone. Bird's eye view, I'm in the sky, I'm in my zone. Say you're southwest, so I might just fly to Sloan. The love goes deepest in my bones, on my gums, in my eyes, and in my nose. Touchdown and you laugh and say you know. Couldn't hide it if I tried to stop the show. But start the show, lights off and you're jumping out your clothes. Going down on my knees, it's time to bow. Did something, put it on my tongue and now you know. Charlie, my baby, Charlie, are you down for a G? Charlie, my baby, Charlie, are you south or you east? Charlie, my baby, Charlie, you're the one I want to see. Charlie, my baby, Charlie, I hope you never leave me. We get it poppin', run to the spot. Now they got it locking. Long as them man, they are shutting. You know that I'm copping. Man will come around like a robin, and leave your ting red and throbbing. I say my ting ain't stopping. Next year we're gonna get a lot in. So if you're outside, better get in. Cause my tings, they were outside chefing. Tings, they were outside queffing. You were stepping. Got the big ting in. You know they love it, and the middle class things love it. But
Nobody is above it, so I'ma see you at the summit, summer. Charlie, 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 my baby, Charlie, 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 you know it's dark in the streets. Charlie, 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 my baby, Charlie, 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 can you feel my heart beat? Charlie, 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 my baby, Charlie, 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 you know my scars them deep. Charlie, 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 my baby, Charlie, 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 you know I might wanna leave. You know I'm sensitive, suicidal, but I meant to live. All of the razor I spent my jibs, that's where I left all the fucks I was meant to give, yeah. All the fucks I gave, Charlie. All of the times I paid, Charlie. You know that I lost my brain, lost my money, but I made it back again. I'm back again, baby, I'm back again. Out here getting that cash again. Out here getting that tax again. I swear down, I ain't never going back again. I'm overseas, what? Now you're overseas, overseas. Hey, you better overseas, overseas. You can't get over me, can't get over me, Charlie.